I am Supreme, and today's Astro Oracle investigation will be on Diamond Bynum and her nephew King Walker, who are two vulnerable individuals who disappeared from Gary, Indiana on July 25th, 2015. Despite massive search efforts over the last decade, their whereabouts remain a complete mystery. This reading was suggested by a top subscriber of mine, Abraham Isaac. I always appreciate you. Abraham is one of my top subscribers because he was the first viewer and subscriber to suggest content on my channel. And that particular reading was for Selena Mays. I will never forget that. So I appreciate you, Abraham Isaac. And it's good to see you back online. So, this reading for Diamond Bynum and King Walker was a very interesting reading. So I'm going to breeze through it because I got a lot to share with you. Now, Diamond, then 21, and King, then 2 years old, were last seen around 10:20 a.m. at their home on the 500 block of Matthew Street in Gary, Indiana. Diamond's stepmother, Suzanne, took a nap while they were in the house. When she woke up roughly 40 minutes later at 11 a.m., both Diamond and King were gone. Diamond has Prader-Willi syndrome, which is a genetic condition that causes intellectual disabilities and a constant feeling of hunger. At the time, she had the mental capacity of a 5 to 7 year old and walked with a noticeable limp. Last known sightings was a canine unit that tracked their scent to a local convenience store, but the trail ended there. Unconfirmed reports placed them at a McDonald's and a gas station shortly after they went missing. Because Diamond was an adult, no Amber Alert was issued, which the family has criticized. I'm almost certain that they criticized that because 2-year-old King was also missing with her. So they wonder why wasn't an Amber Alert issued. I want to say it's because they didn't have a vehicle to attach the Amber Alert to, but also I feel like Amber Alerts are not just about people who go missing in a vehicle. You can still put out an Amber Alert of a missing 2-year-old. I don't know. But what I do know is that I am Supreme, and I am a high-ranking Astro Oracle Psychic. I am about to conduct a high-ranking Astro Oracle Psychic investigation on Diamond Bynum and King Walker. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you'll be notified when I drop my investigations. Now, I spent some time with Diamond Bynum's birth chart and the disappearance chart and King Walker's birth chart right here. Now, Diamond Bynum was born February 18th, 1994. On that day, the sun was in Aquarius and the moon was in Taurus. When you put a Taurus moon in Aquarius's house, Cancer comes first. There goes the Taurus moon right there in the 11th house of Aquarius. Cancer comes first, which is why this is a 4th house chart. The 4th house is home, family, and the mother. So we know that Diamond Bynum was a domestic creature. She was a family-oriented individual. Everybody born in the 4th house is a family-oriented individual. This is the family-oriented chart where the mother comes first. Now, to make sense of what happened to Diamond Bynum and King Walker, because King Walker was with her, so they say, and I'm getting ready to show you why I feel like they said this, but that's not what really happened. You want to know why? Because the day they disappeared, the day they were said to have disappeared, July 25th, 2015, On that day, the sun was in Leo and the moon was in Scorpio. And when you put a Scorpio moon in Leo's house, the same exact chart is rising. There goes the Scorpio moon right there in the fifth house of children, Leo's house. Cancer comes first. This is Diamond Bynum's birth chart and the chart of the day that they disappeared. Why did everything take place in the domestic chart? Because this was a domestic crime. And they kept it in the family. The family knows exactly what happened to Diamond Bynum and King Walker. You cannot make this up. Now, there was a second chart that I had to work with. That's King's chart. King Walker was born May 11th, 2013. On that day, the sun was in Taurus and the moon was in Gemini. And when you put a Gemini moon in Taurus's house, Taurus actually comes first. There goes the Gemini moon right there in Taurus's house, which is the second house. Taurus actually comes first, though. This is a second house chart. The second house is the chart of money and material possessions, earning capacities. Why was King Walker born in the house of money and earning capacity? I have a very good idea on what most likely happened with King and Diamond Bynum. And it has a lot to do with King being the ultimate earning capacity, money, insurance, and Diamond Bynum being also an earning capacity, okay? Because of her mental condition. I'm almost certain the family capitalized off of her condition. I'm almost certain she received income. Taurus is in the 11th house of Aquarius. That's Aquarius's house. And Diamond's moon is in Aquarius. In Taurus, which is money. It's just in Aquarius's house. But Diamond is an Aquarius. And she's over here in the house of death. I'm almost certain that Diamond and King, Diamond more than King, but I'm almost certain that they both have been unalive. I'm going to tell you what I believe happened with King just by looking in the chart. Now, King, the day they disappeared, the sun was in Leo, which is the energy of children, and the moon was in Scorpio, which is the energy of death. Now, in Diamond's chart and the chart that the day of they both disappeared, look where Leo and Scorpio is. Leo is in the house of money, selling a child for money, and Scorpio is in the house of children. Now, where's Aquarius at? In King's chart, right here in the 10th house of the father. The father is Capricorn energy. Where's Capricorn at? And the day they disappeared, right here in the 7th house of the mother's spouse. You can't make that up. Saturn rules Capricorn. Saturn that day was in Scorpio, right here, the death of the child. I believe King was kidnapped and sold for money. But I also believe King was unalived as well. Now, I'm just going to pull a chart. I want to see what chart they're going to pull. I'm tapping into the energy of Diamond Bynum and King Walker. I'm curious on what chart they're going to pull. I'm tapping in to the energy and soul of Diamond Bynum, King Walker. Whichever one comes first. Hopefully they both work with me. But I got my spirit team on board too. Because they're going to assist me in helping me understand and pull the right cards of what happened with Diamond Bynum and King Walker. What happened to Diamond Bynum and King Walker? What happened? Open up a chart that's going to explain what happened to Diamond Bynum and King Walker. What happened to Diamond Bynum and King Walker? Y'all ready to see what happened to them? I'm going to cut the deck and pull this chart. Saturn. We just got finished talking about the father. Saturn. Saturn in the 4th house of home and family. That is the chart. The 4th house is where it all happened at. In the family. This is a domestic crime. I told you the family knows exactly what happened. Especially the father. This is the father. In the home. The father in the home. Saturn that day was in Scorpio. When you put Scorpio in the 4th house, guess what comes first? Leo. The child. Leo. This is a 5th house. The house of children. The father. Look at that. Scorpio right there in the 4th house. And Leo comes first. The sun was in Leo the day they disappeared. That's where the sun was. It was in Leo. Now, where's Leo at in the actual 4th house? In the house that they actually disappeared in. And this is also Diamond Bynum's birth chart. Where's Leo at? Right there in the 2nd house. We went over that. The child for money. This was about money. The earning capacity. Insurance money. Leo comes first in the chart that they pulled. And Leo is in the 4th house of home and family. In King's chart. Because the father is responsible. Right there. Oh, okay. I'm like, why do I have a hard time finding my messages? Astro Oracle message. I'm going to pull 4 cards. And it's going to elaborate on what happened to Diamond Bynum and King Walker. And 4 cards. Talk to me, y'all. Diamond Bynum and King Walker. I believe they've been unalive. And I want them to talk to me. Talk to me and tell me what happened to you. Talk to me and tell me what happened to y'all. Talk to me. Diamond and King. Either or both. I want both of y'all to talk to me. Pull cards and tell me what happened to you. I'm going to pull 4 cards. This is an inside crime in the family. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. 4. Buying and selling. Children. Oh, I got chills. Rape and molestation. Authority figure. Saturn is the authority. The father. This fucking disgusts me. Y'all see it for yourself. Evil. Wicked. Evil. Wicked. Buying and selling. That's the 2nd house. Children. Rape and molestation. authority figure. I'm going to get straight to the body. You know what? I was getting ready to pull from other decks, but you know what? We know what happened. We know what happened. And it's in the family. We see it. You see it. I see it. The bodies. Let's get to the bodies. Where are the bodies? Now, because I'm looking for two bodies, whether they're dead or alive, I'm going to pull 4 cards and look at the common denominator of those 4 cards, those 4 locations. Let me situate these cards so they don't blow all over the place while I'm shuffling. Put these cards up here. Let me move this out the way. Where are the bodies of Diamond, Bynum, and King Walker? Where are the bodies? Let me slow down. I'm moving too fast. Where are the bodies of Diamond, Bynum, and King Walker? 4 cards. 4 cards. Where are the bodies of Diamond, Bynum, and King Walker? Where are the bodies of Diamond, Bynum, and King Walker in 4 cards? Cut the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a vehicle. We have 2 vehicles. One in the 1st house and one in the 6th house. Now, this vehicle is a work vehicle. Now, sanitation and wasteland also came out in the work vehicle. This is sanitation and wasteland. This is the common denominator. Their bodies were taken out in the trash. The trash vehicle, which is the garbage truck, this is the garbage truck, the vehicle, in the 6th house. That's Virgo's house. The 6th house is the house of sanitation, employment, work. And the sanitation and wasteland came out also in the 6th house. Somebody was dumped in the wasteland. We don't know if it was both of them, but somebody was dumped in that wasteland. Now, we have storage that came out in the 2nd house and a vehicle in the 1st house. Is somebody's body in a vehicle, in a trunk of a vehicle, or in a storage? Is this King's body, or was King the one dumped in the trash and taken out in the dumpster? His body was smaller, kind of storage smaller. And this makes more sense with King's body in the vehicle in the 1st house in storage. Now, the 1st house is a family vehicle because the 1st house in the day it happened, including Diamond Bynum's chart, Cancer, the family. This is a family vehicle. This vehicle is the family vehicle. This vehicle is the dump truck, the garbage truck. For sure, whoever body this is, it's in the sanitation and wasteland. Whoever body this is, and it came out in Diamond's chart. Okay, the 1st house, which is, because this is the day it all happened. So pretty much both of these are in the same chart. But I'm seeing this might be Diamond in the storage in the vehicle, but I think this is King. because his body is smaller. But then again, this could be Diamond too. And King may have been the one that was dumped in the trash and taken out to the wasteland. Because see, the garbage truck don't know the garbage that they're picking up. His body could have been put in a dumpster. And when the garbage truck, when that machine picks up that dumpster, it puts everything in that garbage truck and it smashes it. They both could have been put in the garbage truck. But this makes sense too. The family vehicle. So I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to leave this reading on file. Diamond Bynum and King Walker. Something's going to come of this reading. Because everything is too aligned. And it came out raw and uncut. And that's my reading. And I'm sticking to it.